Welcome Endurance Matters athletes. This video will show you how to do bodyweight circuit number 3 in real time. If you're watching this, that means you can do bodyweight circuit number 1 with ease, and bodyweight circuit number 2 is starting to get easy at 3 sets of 15. Bodyweight circuit number 3 continues to advance your strength with a little more explosive movements and a 7th exercise instead of just 6 as in previous routines. This routine should take you 5 to 10 minutes depending on how many sets and reps you're doing. You will also still do your choice of SAM 1 through 3 immediately after this exercise. It should make your normal SAM routine just a little bit more challenging. So let's get started. First, we have an oldie but a goodie, push-ups. If you're trying this routine, you should already know how I like to accomplish my push-ups. Remember those good cues. Push-ups are a moving plank, so feel that strong connection from your shoulders down to your ankles. Make sure those elbows point backwards as you lower yourself to the ground. Maintain that plank, and your arms should look like they do when they swing as you run. If sets of 15 push-ups are no longer challenging you, insert some other push-up variations. You can look for some in my Endurance Matters video library on YouTube. Replacing lunges, we progress to skater plyos. You may have seen these in our plyometrics routines. These are great for practicing single leg balance. Simply hop from one leg to the next, channeling your inner speed skater. Feel the weight load in your heel and explode to the next step. You can do these in place as I do in the video, or move forward in an open space. Pump your arms so that you aren't just reaching forward, but rather pushing your elbows back. You should feel your abdomen engaged to help with balance as you go back and forth. Start small and build to bigger and more explosive jumps. Another exercise you should be familiar with are single leg good mornings. Remember to keep a slight bend in the knee, maintain that relaxed back, lean forward until you feel a stretch in your hamstring, pause for just a moment, then dip and pull yourself up using that glute and hamstring. Remember, you keep your core tight throughout the movement. Keep that belly button towards your spine, feel that full foot on the ground, don't drift more onto your toes, feel your heel on the ground. Don't forget to keep those hips square to the ground. An easy way to make sure you do this is to reach for your toe with the opposite arm. Good mornings are great for single leg balance. So make sure you do these keeping that core nice and engaged, and you really feel those big movers in your posterior chain doing a lot of the work, like your glute and hamstring. Usually doing good mornings with good form, you can do these without weight, and it's often going to provide some strength benefits. But if you're finally at a point where it's not providing too much strength, you can actually add some free weight. So if you have like a 5 or 10 pound weight at home, you can hold that in your hand as you do these dips. Next up, we get a little more explosive with a really fun exercise, burpees. So burpees are a combination of a push-up and a jump squat. So you're going to lower yourself to the ground, and if you can, jump and kick out those feet. If not, you can take one step at a time. Do one push-up with those good push-up cues from earlier, and then you're going to jump your feet back up, or one step at a time if that's more comfortable, and you're going to jump up off the ground. Height is not an issue, right? Just get off the ground. That's all that matters. You want to be explosive here. We're trying to do a little bit of functional movements for runners. This is not something you do while you're running, but it's going to be strengthening a lot of those prime movers that help us run. Next in our body weight circuit is the single leg glute bridge. So first, find that good core position. So we have that tail tuck and our pelvis is in a good position and back flat on the ground. Lift yourself up and then extend one leg. From that position, that's when you start your glute bridges. So drop your hips down, maintain that tight core the whole time. Really feel the weight in your heel, like push into the ground with your heel. That's how you're going to engage your hamstring and glute a little bit more. So again, you're going to feel a lot of this in your hamstring. Definitely want to feel that heel pushing into the ground and maintaining that good core position. Next up is a new movement in this bodyweight circuit. It's the single leg squat. This is a difficult exercise, so you'll see examples of different skill levels for the movement. Start with a bench or couch behind you. Just lower your butt towards that, and as soon as you touch, bring yourself back up. Use your arms out in front as a counterbalance. As you get stronger, try lowering the distance that you squat. Ideally, you maintain balance throughout the whole motion. Next, you'll see I'll get as low as I can. Eventually, strength-wise, you want to be able to go all the way to the floor. This means you've got great range of motion and good strength, but it's something to work towards, not something you'll maybe do the very first day. Next up, you'll see me change positions to the front, so you can really watch. I try not to let that knee track inwards. It's very difficult. Again, mostly because that makes it a little bit more quad dominant, and we want to focus on firing those big posterior chain movers like your glutes and hamstrings. So feel the weight in your heel as you do these. Try to focus on balance and working on your strength. Lastly, we have the gorilla shuffle, again from your warm-up. Remember, we maintain that same relaxed back. Start by getting into a deep squat position with your thighs parallel to the ground. Make sure you can feel some weight in your heels. Relax the back and let your arms hang between your feet. Shuffle one step each foot for one inhale, and then expand your back. Then exhale, focusing on contracting the abdomen on the next shuffle. So it kind of goes like this. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay. Stay low, and you should feel this burn those glutes. You'll see I have a resistance band in bodyweight circuit number 3 and 2. If you've gone this far, this is a great way to add a little bit of resistance to this exercise. And there you have it. That's bodyweight circuit number 3. Thanks for watching, and just remember, if you're going to start this program, because bodyweight circuit number 2 is getting easy, start back at 8 to 10 reps for 2 sets and build your way back up to doing 3 sets of 15. Overall, this is a great way to keep adding strength, and don't forget you're going to do SAM immediately after you do this. So keep at it, endurance matters. We'll see you next time.